It seems brighter over there. I can just... Casting couch part 2. Would it be part 3? Looking at the lighting conditions here, it's looking like I'm going to have to, unfortunately, put the flash on. Or is there a direction here where things are brighter? No, it's all shit. Okie dokie. Let's do horrible flashlight light. Oh yeah. We are so back, baby. Oh my god, it's full of water. So, you read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know what it is. And once again, I really must say a big thank you to Dr. Shark for allowing me to review these on his behalf, as they're coming through me to get to him in America, because this came from a supplier that does not ship to the United States. So the Leder B Maske, or Leder B Maske, is leather. I'm not sure if Leder means leather, probably does, that makes sense. But B Maske is just Mask B. There are other models like O Maske. What's interesting about it is that it is made of completely leather. Well, apart from the metal, that didn't come off a cow. Probably, might be Betsy's fillings. But it's made out of a sort of treated leather from a cow. It's not made of pig leather or anything, like some people believe. Hasium. It did also come in other colours, most predominantly like burned orange and red. You see a lot of those in Austria, because these were also used not only in Germany, but also countries like Austria, Denmark. I can't remember any others off the top of my head. There are sizes, but the sizes were printed on the box. Not great, because of course these were made between the 1920s and the 1960s. So very early interwar examples to post-war examples, this mask saw a lot of fucking use. And because of that, a lot of the boxes don't exist anymore. So obviously the first thing to note are the strange egg-shaped eyes, which is pretty interesting. They're sort of cellulose, if I remember rightly, they're not glass. And what's interesting as well is that this valve holder, while 40mm DIN with this filter, the filter which I really want to show you, actually I'll just show you the whole thing up close because it deserves it, is that the filter, dated 1938, 20th of October 1938, it will expire, is this really cool Hour logo. How fucking neat is that? Probably asbestos in some of these, but this one has no particulate layer. It's all charcoal all the way up, which is pretty strange. So it'll be for gases without particulate thread. Now, these are made to be quite universal masks, which is why not only do we have the 40mm DIN port we have here, but if I unthread this bit of knurling here, we get a universal port for things like secure, self-contained breathing apparatuses and just other single-use threads, which is pretty fucking nifty. I like a bit of universality to something. So I'll thread that back on, as to not be annoying. Glimmer valve, of course, as per usual, which is to say that it is a sheet of sometimes glass, sometimes see-through plastic, which is held in by a very thin spring. The spring will hold it in place, but it's when you breathe out it will push it away. I'm running out of time. Oh, I'm running out of time now. So anyway, as I was saying, this little exhale valve is the same exact type of threading pitch that we've seen on the mine escape respirator by Hour. I don't know if I covered that actually on YouTube, but I did on Instagram. Go follow me. And on the GTGRA recently. So this design stuck around for a long ass time. It says ABK on it. Very nice leather nape strap with this very cool sort of cogged design. And this has two skull pads. You've got the one at the back of the head and the one on the sort of top of the head on your sort of crown. With a lot of adjustability and of course springs inside. No elastic here. And of course your nape strap would go along the back of your neck, or the back of your head, whichever one your strange head type is. Hook on here, and then hook on here. So you've now got a nice contained mask. If you get one of these, it's very imperative that you are careful with this, because this is a very nice floppy example, and they're not all like this, because of course being made of leather they will crush, crunch and dry up. I don't quite know what these are for. They have eyelets on them. I've not seen this on a lot of models. I guess it's just to secure it more or attach it to a helmet, I suppose. This is a very cool piece, it really is. It just screams industrial history. It's beautiful. So I'm going to very carefully flip the head harness over to the front. I'm not going to fold it over completely. And we have, of course, our leather peripheral seal. Now this is starting to dry quite a bit. Not great. But I love the fact that not only do we have early examples of a retention ring, which I'm not going to fully remove, because I'm scared I won't get them back in, but so you can attach anti-fogging inner lenses on there. But also what you might have noticed here at the front, directly in the middle. Can you guess what it is yet? That's right, it's the Maske. I should not call it that. But, I mean, come on. So, this is a early style deflector, which is really interesting to see on such an old piece. This is sort of like the predecessor to the oral nasal cup. It deflects air from going straight on the lenses, which is very awesome. And of course we've got our leather chin holder down here, and this deflector goes all the way around and attaches to the chin strap, the little chin rest there. We can see the inside of our universal port there. So very nifty. This is of course quite dried up. It's not seen the light of day or moisture. And here along the inside we have a logo that says Patent Draeger, if focus will allow me. Yeah, Patent Draeger or Patent Draeger, depending on if you're American or English. And back here we have a word in German I can't properly read or translate, and the year 1937. So this is just before the Second World War. So no, it does not have Nazi stamps, and they're very unlikely to. It's a question that seems to be popping up, and while yes, it would have been used during the Nazis' control over Germany that period of time, it may well have been a fascist mask, but that does not mean it has to be stamped by the SS or whatever you want to fucking believe is going to be on that. If you see Nazi stamps on this, be a bit careful. And that goes for a lot of German masks. They're not going to have like the SS logo. They're not going to have like the eagle stamp. There's a lot of things that go into it when it comes to German masks, and you've got to be careful that you're not buying a piece of shit scam. So absolutely gorgeous piece, it really is. This is roughly a size medium. I love the way that that's held on with 3 spikes here. Stunning piece, it really is. And a wonderful piece of not only industrial history, but just gas mask history in general. Leather masks, of course, weren't new by this point, but how long do I get? 3 seconds! Fuck off! Okay, I just basically uninstalled Snapchat. That fucking app has no business being over a gigabyte. So, that's basically everything to talk about. The bulbous nose and the round eyes are really what grab me about this, but there seems to be like a universal agreement that for gas mask collectors, that this beautiful piece is wonderful and deserves respect, as it really should, because it's one of the more difficult to find examples in good condition. I'd really love a large variant. You can always tell because they look stupidly long, and I'd also quite like a red version, but all good things to those who spend a large amount of money. Gas Mask King, you have a large and a red in the same model, please, I beg you. I'll to call myself Gas Mask King. I've got more. I can hear a drone. They probably think it's weird. I'm sat on a leather two-seater out in the middle of like a swamp. There's like marsh here and a swamp there and a train that way. So really I'm the weird one. So that's basically it for this and the Durex I covered in the last video, which is still here. This is the same day. I know I keep doing this. I'm sorry if it bothers you. It's because this is a British police balaclava. They're fire retardant, but the thing is they cut into my eyes because I'm a large fellow, if you couldn't tell. I wanted to wear a comfier one, but I didn't have time to find it before things got dark, and me looking for it has cost me daylight. So now I have to record this with a flashlight, and I really hate that because the light quality is worse, but at least you can see details. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Leder Maske, or just Leder Maske if you'd like. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you've all learned something. I hope you all appreciate this piece for what it is. As I say, an excellent piece of industrial history, as well as this one. I mean, look, Draeger went from this to this in a matter of 40 years. It's pretty nifty if you ask me. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in whatever next video I do. I reckon it'll be another industrial mask from Britain rather than Germany. I've had quite a lot of German gas masks to cover recently, so I think a nice refreshing change is in order. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.